Wait, you guys haven't heard? It's the Very Real Fantasy Football Show!
All right. Well, if the pre-show banter was any indication, the show's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's definitely got some low potential.
Yeah, I'm in a bad mood. Fantasy team sucks. Real team sucks.
Oh, we're gonna talk. You're gonna add real team
Dude, why
insult
not?
to it? I thought this is a Okay, fine.
Why not?
Fine. Let's go there. Boy, you just doubled down on my double dutch of dismay, you dick.
My fantasy teams aren't doing too bad.
How's your real team?
I'm feeling. Well, we're not going to talk about my real team.
Yeah,
Right now,
I bet.
all right.
The Bears.
We didn't agree part of the contract to bring in real teams.
Yeah, I'm bringing you down to our level, pal.
Wow.
How's the Bears?
Have you guys won
Not
something?
good. Yeah.
1 and 2?
Yeah.
At least you've tasted what it's like.
Yes. Week 1, we came back against the almighty Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans from him throwing interceptions. And yes.
Fantasy football for real. I'm Eric Pettigo.
I'm Eric Kranz.
Eric Kranz there, and humongous
I'm little
monstrosity.
Jordan Bott.
Dan Bott over there. I picked up Lil Jordan in 2 different leagues.
Best name in the world, right? Lil Jordan, dude.
Lil Jordan.
Is that like your nickname? He's like, look down at the starting lineup right there. It says
It's
Lil Jordan.
And
bro.
he's 6'5".
He's
Yeah,
big guy.
I was pleasantly surprised to see. I'm like, this guy, what is he, 5'5"? No, dog.
No, 6'5".
It's funny.
All right, we're going to try to get you ready for week 4, and meanwhile, just try to keep our heads in this and really want to keep trying. Dan, I know you are verge of a breakdown. You were sending out texts. I wasn't sure if we were even doing this week.
Yeah, I am coming unglued at the hinges. Have you guys ever seen the movie Very Bad Things?
I feel like I have.
That is my season in a nutshell.
Wait. Is that the bachelor party?
That's the one where the ballerina of the night becomes unalive.
Yeah. Oh, it's that one. That's an uncomfortable watch, dude.
Yeah.
That's you, huh? That's you right now?
It starts out so promising, like
Yeah.
every fantasy season. You're like, woohoo, let's party with the boys. Hang out.
I got Mike Evans. I'm good.
And now the night ballerina is unalive. And it happens quickly and it escalates. So now the rest of the season, I'm looking for a place to bury my fantasy team. Just bury it somewhere out in the desert that doesn't exist around where we live.
Yeah.
Cornfields work good, I guess, for my fantasy team. I could always drag its lifeless soul out there and just dig a shallow grave.
Well, you did pick up one victory in week 3, and that was over me.
Yeah, a team that's got some good players against a guy who's rebuilding. Like, I planned on winning 0, and you gave me just a pleasant...
Gave you the one, dude. Gave you the one.
You got victories in opposite leagues of what you two were kind of hoping and
Yeah.
expecting when the season began.
Yeah, if I could take it all back, I would, bro. But I didn't mean to beat you.
I was trying to tell you,
all I
dude.
had.
There is a new shit sheriff in town, and it's me, pal.
His name's
It
Eric
ain't you.
Pettigo in there.
It
It
ain't
just
you.
goes to show. Sometimes you just got to swing on a dude. You might knock him out.
Yeah. Well,
And you got knocked out, bro.
I caught one. Caught one right in the mouth.
By a dude
Well,
with a belly button ring.
You got a lot of draft picks to rebuild with.
No,
right?
I don't. I traded them all away.
Oh,
I've nothing. I've nothing.
He's got the ghost of Austin Eckler trying to...
I've got nothing, dude. And I was like, well, at least there's one bright spot, Austin Eckler, and then bam, he's seeing nothing but bright spots.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
no!
he's out. He's
Yeah.
out with this week.
Yep.
He's already been ruled out.
Yeah.
All right,
so good.
You know, that's just go rent it. Very Bad Things if you want to watch my fantasy football season.
Some week 3 standouts. I thought this would be perhaps interesting because we had some big point getters
Yeah.
in the league that I did beat you in, Dan. I picked up Juwan Jennings.
Just
And
horse.
I tried to tell you last week that he was really good.
Look, I'm going to shoot you straight. I knew in this offense with that opportunity, I didn't think he was going to get a 50 burger.
No, nobody thought he was
pretty much was like 27 points is the ceiling, and that's good.
I'll rewind the tape, dude. I'm pretty sure I
if you have
said
the tape and rewind it,
46 and a half fantasy points with 175 yards and 3 touchdowns. I was thought that's what I said. 11 catches.
You said that shit on the show?
Dude, no.
Oh, I was like, and we didn't just railroad you?
Not.
House you?
Who saw that coming? I mean, I had him in my lineup.
Oh, man.
I thought
fell
he'd have
for it, dude. I'm like, the
a
tape's
decent week.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was going to be Kittle. It's really until Kittle went down.
Yeah,
I was like, well, Kittle's going to have a big week.
I thought it was going to be the
Mason.
Mason show. Like,
Yeah.
they're just going to hand it. No.
Juwan Jennings. And Brandon Ayuk saw a lot of targets too, but he sure didn't do that with him.
But if
well,
Juwan Jennings was really good at football, he wouldn't take 90 injuries to get the chance to do this.
Juwan Jennings is the best.
He's not sustainable.
He had a great opportunity, and they made sure that they were covering Ayuk, and Jennings was just getting open
Yeah.
nonstop. And it also was a battle of like the two most injured teams in football.
I love when receivers get paid and do absolutely nothing.
$30 million, which to me was just a complete overpay for Ayuk.
Yeah, 75 catches isn't even that impressive.
No, and he wanted
They were all
top tier
big
money.
ones.
I thought the 49ers
This
should have
hurts,
dealt
I
him.
know.
Nah,
Really.
dude, I hate this conversation bad.
I really since we got into it, I really just thought that was a terrible contract. Why would you pay him $30 million? What has he done?
What an idiot.
75 catches in a really good offense, and he got like 1,200 yards and
John
7
Lynch,
touchdowns.
the meatloaf.
You should be getting paid what Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb does, because that's what you did.
I never know what John Lynch is doing back there.
Yep, and they can afford it because they have a lot of cap space coming open.
Yeah.
They don't have to pay Brock Purdy.
Pretty soon they will.
You like this
So is
conversation,
anybody
Eric?
even going to bring up the fact that Christian McCaffrey had to go to Germany to meet with the specialist about his Achilles? I mean, are we going to...
We hadn't gotten there yet.
Okay. All right. So Juwan Jennings had a good week.
Pour some beer on it or what?
Brock,
Feed him a bratwurst? I don't get it.
It was Oktoberfest. So.
Brock Purdy also had a really good week.
He had a
Yeah, he looked good out there.
292 yards, 3 touchdowns, 41 rush yards.
His back is sore.
Well, from carrying the franchise.
Damn it, you stole. I was trying to set up my line.
For $900,000 a year carry.
Damn it. It's the only one I wrote down before the show. I never take notes. I'm like, Eric and I had a really funny joke lined up.
We've known each other too long.
I think that he
so
proved that he can do it without, obviously, McCaffrey, Debo, Kittle.
Don't list them all. He's so hurt.
Dude,
right now.
I'm literally crying tears. All those guys are out, and Brock
Didn't
Purdy
Trent Williams
still-
get nicked out?
Trent, but he came back.
The left tackle one. I mean, great job, Brock Purdy. If he didn't prove that he's ideal for that offense.
Yeah, he's good enough to lead his team to a loss to a team that has even more hurt guys.
Yes.
He's exactly what NFL scouts thought he was.
But it wasn't.
Idiots.
It wasn't his fault.
It wasn't. No, you're right.
He did everything to put him in for a victory. It was the coaches and the defense at the end.
Another feel-good story out in Carolina. Andy Dalton.
The Red Rifle.
We brought him up last week. All he did was, 319 yards and 3 touchdowns. Good for 33 fantasy points in our scoring format.
Who did he throw those to?
Dude, he was peppering Deontay Johnson with targets.
Oh, yeah.
26.2 fantasy points, 8 catches, 122 yards, and a touchdown on your bench. Whoever you are who has Deontay Johnson, he was on your bench, and that sucked.
I played him in daily, but the rest of my team was bad.
Yeah, but so let's look, and then might as well mention Chuba Hubbard, who also had 114 rush yards, 5 catches for 55 and a touchdown.
Chuba
27.
stank.
They look like an NFL offense with Andy Dalton out there.
Oh, you poor bastards out there in fantasy land that think Andy Dalton's back. He was never here. Okay, I'm a Bengals fan.
You know
I
him
have
real
the
well.
right to tell everyone what the hell he is. He's a fraud. He's been sitting on the bench like, I can house this kid. Duh, for one game against the Raiders.
He's the better option than Bryce Young.
Yes.
Well, yeah, they did him dirty. He's had how many coaches since he's been in the league?
Oh, yeah. No, I know, man.
Caleb Williams is going down the same path as Bryce Young. The Bears are doing everything they can to absolutely shithouse his career, and they're gonna.
I'll get to Caleb Williams in a minute because he also decent showing, right?
Yeah,
Statistically for fantasy purposes.
Yeah, if you could just make up stats and rewrite them down, he did great.
Moving forward, you excited if you have a Deontay Johnson? Like, hey, I can start this guy now. Are you trading him?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Oh man, you are taking the guy who, if you even get anything in your inbox that makes it kind of twitch, you do it. You hit it. If it just kind of moves a little. Like, not the backside. If the backside puckers up, you're getting
Is there a breeze in here? What's happening?
If the front twitches, then you got the right. Get rid of Deontay Johnson right now, because I'm telling you, Andy Dalton will start being Andy Dalton any second now if he isn't already on that flight home.
Which means, as much as we've been correct on this show, buy Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to kill you.
I'm just going to say
if you have Deontay Johnson and somebody offers you Juwan Jennings,
I'll take Deontay Johnson.
I'll take Deontay Johnson. Just because of the opportunity of volume all year.
somebody offers you
there.
Rashid Shaheed.
I'll take Deontay Johnson. And I have Rashid Shaheed.
I mean, because we're getting realistic.
I'm taking
right?
Rashid Shaheed because of the big play potential, and Andy Dalton, just I don't trust him.
Somebody
but
offers
not like
you
I trust Derek Carr.
Jamison Williams.
Yeah, I'm taking Jamison
I'll
Williams.
take Jamison Williams.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd he do last week?
It doesn't matter. We're
How did he do the week before and the week before?
talking the rest of his life,
Well,
Craig.
week 1 he was great. Week 2 he was pedestrian.
Solid.
Week 3 he was not good.
Week 2, he was
So
solid.
if
What do you
we're,
get, like 12?
if that's a pattern, then this week he's flying up.
It was way more than Deontay Johnson did.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Week
told
2.
you.
good,
So-
good call, dude.
Deontay Johnson has 1 week.
All right, one more. You have Deontay Johnson and somebody offers you Tyreek Hill.
I'm definitely
In a
taking Tyreek.
redraft.
Tyreek.
Yeah, I'm taking
Yeah,
Tyreek.
yeah. I was
Okay.
assuming all these were redrafts.
Because let's get to the point where I'm about to put you out there. You were a good all-time QB.
Me? Oh, dude, I can
hit,
zip it.
You can
I
hit
zip
some
it.
slants. That's all they need. Throw some bubble screens.
My mobility is not there anymore, but
you're a statue. Dude,
Dude,
I'd love to see you get hit.
I
but
mean, I could Dalton out there for a week.
I'd love to see you get horsepower trying to scream.
You would, dude. It just one of those hip drop tackles. Just wreck my lower
Just
half
because of how
even
old
more.
and slow we are, it'd be great to see you just trying
God,
to get away.
dude.
Help! Mama!
I'd like to see you out there playing cornerback.
Oh, God. Did that man's ankle fall off? I would lose a leg. Like, it would be operated on after just one cut.
Eric Kranz, what position would you play?
Oh, middle linebacker. Look at him.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Stack
man.
fucking house. Mm-hmm. You would easily come across the middle and just pepper someone.
I thought it'd be going safety.
Safety?
Safety.
Either way,
strong,
you're a
strong
headhunter.
safety.
You're a
so
headhunter.
I can just go hit somebody.
There you go. All right.
You're going to come up short of that. You're going to need one of those neck rolls.
Oh, it'd be once, and then I probably wouldn't make the tackle, and I'd be injured.
My only request is that I don't have white pants on, so you can't see the poop in my pants.
I would be the guy who got stiff armed by Derrick Henry trying to tackle.
God, I'd pray for that.
And by
I'd just be
anybody
like-
with the ball.
Like anybody. Anybody. I'd be running like, I think I got it, and then they just throw me like I'm a little child.
Do you think it's
And I'd be
5, 10, 15, or 20 yards before I pull a hammy when I turn and try to catch Tyreek?
2
Yeah.
yards?
2 yards.
First 2 strides, they just melt.
As soon as you turn around and he's trying to run,
You're giving yourself 5?
yeah, 15,
Yeah.
15 feet.
15 feet.
Yeah, yeah, you're not thinking
Holy
of
shit, that's a lot of feet.
Is it?
I don't know, but let's go. Okay, all right.
That's 15?
That's
No.
15 feet. I mean, that's like a basketball hoop plus 5. That's too much.
So you got that math.
the first time that they try to do that,
So,
that they
yeah, I
did
got
jiu-
that one down.
It'd be one move and our ankles would just break. Literally,
Oh,
they'd
dude.
make one move. We'd be like, "Oh, I got ow!"
No,
We are
I'd
all-
stick my foot out.
We are all in our mid 40s.
Oh, dude, I'm creeping on late.
Be
Mid to
all the
late.
way honest, dude. There are guys who have played, retired, and now have kids in the league who are younger than, like, the
Yeah.
dads are younger than us.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they've retired, and their kids are playing football.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, no.
Not
we're
a
not.
chance. Not
1
even.
foot.
All right, so 10
1
yards
foot.
it is. I get it. Yeah, 10.
Jamison Williams,
Thanks,
24.4, 14.4, 1.2.
Yep.
What coincided
Numbers.
with these last couple of weeks? when his numbers fell off.
They're just running good.
I think week 2 is more about what you would expect, but it's also he's a big play. They covered Amon-Ra.
The correct answer
open.
is Amon-Ra's numbers went up.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Laporta's didn't.
I'd rather have Deontay Johnson.
But also the running game.
Jesus. Unbelievable.
Jaden Daniels.
Now last week you guys all hated Deontay Johnson.
I still do.
That was part of the thing. I
swear.
I didn't hate him. You guys hated him.
I'm standing by it. He's a Panther.
He catches passes.
Every one of his catches last week murdered my soul, but I know.
No.
He was a PPR guy, and Andy Dalton obviously has helped out.
Obviously. Anytime you bring a veteran QB in, the whole team gets uplifted.
Don't be
story's
you guys
done.
and me, because I'll check the tape from last week. I was like, I like Deontay with Andy Dalton out there.
Yeah, he did. I remember.
And you were like Thielen. You kept saying Thielen, Thielen, and I was like
but
Deontay.
you guys
Thielen
both
get
like
better.
Dalton.
Yeah.
And I still hate him.
Well,
Yes.
Andy
Firmly.
Dalton,
Yes.
319 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were right.
Every bit of his, you were. Every bit of his success melted my soul. I'm like, you guys, this is fake.
All right. So our time limit has exceeded for Carolina
But
Panthers
it was
talk.
good.
It
That
was
was good.
fun. Jaden Daniels, I think he's going to be good, guys.
All right, good. Let's move on to the next game.
I
Good
think he's going to be pretty good. Only 2 incompletions that game. Who did they play?
You know what statement sounded just like what you said and didn't age well?
What?
Robert Griffin's going to be good.
Nah, nobody said that.
He won Rookie of the Year, so you can kiss that ass.
Yeah.
That's one of them you can
He
start
was-
with.
Jaden
was
Daniels is
good.
better than Robert.
All
Griffin.
right, so have you seen Jaden Daniels get melted from running like Robert Griffin did? Because I have. It comes to an end at some point, whether
These-
you like it or not.
These grapes sound sour. They sound real
no,
sour.
I'm just trying to get ahead of the curve so I can be right. Because I fell for the Robert Griffin
This sounds
shit.
like somebody who just watched Jaden Daniels shred their team a
you
few
wanna-
days ago.
Absolutely.
I think he just put up a record completion percentage.
Oh,
also.
dude.
Oh, he
Two
missed 2
incompletions.
passes.
He was
And they were
insane.
not even his fault.
Yeah, insane.
Damn it.
254 yards and a passing touchdown. Ran for another 39 and another touchdown. Jaden Daniels, pretty good.
Just reeks like Robert Griffin. I'm just saying.
How about this one? Amari Cooper, 27.6 fantasy points, 7 catches for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Typical Cooper out of the blue week.
2 horrible weeks. Just no show. Like Jerry Judy's the man there. Apparently now it's not Cooper, and then Cooper.
Here's
Amazing
your
week.
one of 2 shots you got to trade Cooper this year for buku bucks.
Yeah.
His big game now, get people who want him, and then your other chance will be, because he's not going to have another big game, he's going to get traded to Kansas City, and people will be like, oh, Patrick Mahomes is throwing the ball. Won't realize he's got to learn the playbook. There's already established targets there, blah, blah, blah. But this right here,
I'm trading
Do it.
him right now.
yeah, do it.
If I can.
Absolutely.
The QB2 on the season irritates me to no end. Sam Darnold.
Oh, Sammy.
33
Sammy.
fantasy points, 181 yards, not impressive. 4 touchdowns is impressive.
Yeah.
He's been excellent this season, as has their running back in Minnesota.
Old Aaron.
Old Aaron is right.
Aaron.
25.8
Aaron.
fantasy points, 102 rushing yards, 5 catches for 46 and a touchdown. He's been good every game.
Pretty sure you guys hated Aaron Jones too.
Yep, do.
Still
do.
that?
Still do.
Yep.
Yeah,
Still
still
hate
do.
him.
He's
Still do.
29. It's going to come to an
Yep.
end. Right it is till the wheels come off.
I
But
laughed so hard I cried, and now I'm like hot. I'm just laughing so hard.
you got all hot.
I did.
That's-
That's heat flashes.
it's-
I'm about to be
it's-
44 like you guys.
You're hearing the analysis
Like
from
real
him,
soon.
and you're like, getting you all worked up.
Roma Dunze, 6 catches for 112 and a tutty.
What is he like? Only the 4th Bears wide receiver in history to get 100 yards in his rookie season. You guys suck.
Man, we do have a better record than your Bengals.
True. I'll give you that. But
getting
let's take a look
personal.
at your history. How many 4,000-yard passers you got in 172 years of football?
Dude, you can add up all of their quarterbacks, and it's not 4,000
Dude, it's
yards.
been forever since we won a Super Bowl, but
I
when
mean,
was the last
your
one you won?
best, none. But your best quarterback in history wore a leather helmet, you piece of shark.
That's not.
Yes.
All honesty,
Did he, though? Did Sid Luckman wear a leather one? I don't know. I'm just
Jay Cutler's probably the best quarterback in Bears history.
And he caught SIGs.
Yeah.
Yeah, mad Sigs.
Sig catcher.
Number 2, Caleb Williams.
3, Cade McNown. 4, Rex Grossman. Here we go.
Kyle Orton, get big
No,
KO in there.
stop it.
Get
Not
big
Kyle
KO.
Orton.
Neckbeard, get him in there. Throw T.
363 and 2 touchdowns, though, for Caleb. 2 interceptions also, but still good to see him throw balls into the end zone to his team.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, some week 3 standouts, aside from like guys who, of course, are awesome and we were expecting them to be awesome. So, I guess we can look forward to this week 4. God, dude, the season goes so fast.
So quick.
So fast.
I love the off season. It's
it goes so slow.
It's almost
just dreams come true every trade I make. I'm like, that upgraded my 0-3 shit.
We're almost a
Freaking
quarter
team.
of the way through.
What? Depressing.
No, that's stupid.
I mean, that fast. After next week.
Good. I'm that much closer to being able to quit some of these leagues. Like, all right, boys, I made it to the end like a gentleman. I paid my fee. I am outie 5,000.
You will be mad and you'll be like, but this off season,
Yeah, I do quit every 4 years.
it's going to change everything.
About every 4 years, I have a little quitsies.
Like, how am I going to rebuild? I'll be better. I'll win it. I'll win it next year after I do all this
What
stuff
would
in the
I do?
off
If you guys want, I'm down to quit right now.
What?
Just everything.
And can we just change it? It's like fantasy football for real, but just not football.
Yeah,
Do you guys just want to start like a Madden online franchise type thing? Is that what you want?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
it might
Is that what
be
you want to
better.
do? We'll just do that. And
If you play it on pro, I'm rusty,
Yes.
dude.
We'll see how the
Yeah.
rest of this season goes, and then
I'm not
we'll
the
talk
dude from
about it.
2005 that used to house cats. I'm pretty limited skill set. Oh, looks like my dogs got out.
Is it? Are those your children?
Yeah, those are human
I
beings
was
in the
like,
other room.
whoa. There's somebody's yanking your dog's tail there.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
Tomorrow night, Cowboys at Giants. Cowboys are a 6-point favorite on the road.
and they're gonna lose.
I was gonna say that's a big number for a Cowboys team that's not very good. It's a big number. What's going on in Dallas? There's been talks. Right, I know
They're
it's
all
it's a
in.
loaded question.
All in the toilet.
It's why hasn't Dak been able to be on the same page with CD? And there's something weird going on there.
well, CD sat out the entire offseason, so even though they'd play together, you still have to get that chemistry.
He's not in football
going.
shape, whether he wants to admit it or not.
Yes.
October might be a different story,
Like he's
but
in shape, but he's not in football shape of what he needs to be.
I mean, if you got CD right now, like in Dynasty, you could literally consider getting, like, if you want to get paid for him, go get paid. But I would just caution you that right now, like Eric's saying, he didn't play.
Yeah.
So September still is preseason, trying to get right.
Getting that chemistry, and they change plays. I mean, they're subtle changes, but they change
It's
plays.
worth considering now in CD's career because he is paid, so it does change your hunger level. I don't care who you are.
So not in football shape. How many yards before you tore a hammy
Covering CD
trying to cover CD? Remember, 3 yards
is
or 1 yard equals 3 feet.
yes. So last time I didn't consider feet when I was talking yards. It seemed a little tighter. You know what I mean?
15
Like the
sounds like a
yards.
lot. Like, oh,
Yeah,
wait.
CD, I mean, no problem. I mean, we're talking 1 to 2 feet.
I mean, you jam them off the line.
Oh
of
yeah,
course.
break 4 out of 5 fingers per hand. I know for sure my left shoulder is going
God.
to come out of socket.
We have to get,
I can't guarantee I'm going to crap my pants, but I will piss them.
we have to get this podcast famous so we can make this kind of stuff happen
Oh,
and
just
record it.
like one-on-one drills. You just want to see me get housed by
Dude.
CD. I'm going to
Yeah.
lock somebody. Like, you want to see me block to you like TJ Watts and shit? Because I'll get down.
Yes.
Do you remember the show?
I'll swim move the shit out of some offensive lineman.
Do you remember Pros versus Joes?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. American Gladiator's even better.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched
Yes.
a TikTok the other day of a guy that
Look at
said
you.
like he was going to rock Ricky Williams. He was like, oh, I got him.
Oh, that's a good one.
And Ricky Williams was like,
No, you're not.
No. And he just straight up trucked this dude so hard. And it was the funniest thing.
I want no part of any of this shit. None
I
of
think
it.
that show went one season and they were like, this is not
This
safe.
is a nightmare in
Right.
the legal
This
department.
is
Legal
not
department's like, yo.
Pros versus Joes was incredible
Yes.
and great because, yes, people thought that they could actually do something against, and then they realized that how in shape and strong an actual professional athlete is.
Yeah, even ones that have been retired for 2 years.
Yes.
I'm not.
Still school
I don't
you.
wear jerseys because I'm a fan of these teams. I wear jerseys because I'm ready to get in the fucking ball game.
Yeah,
coach.
you're ready.
I'm
No,
like,
you're ready.
I'm telling you,
I want to see it.
He'll jump
We'll
right
set
in
it
there.
up.
There's a 3-foot window in which I'm one of the most dangerous men in football. Okay,
Stop. I'll start sending out emails, dude. We'll try to get this
within that first yard. You got better yet, me running routes. Jalen Ramsey will just have torn knees. You'll say hike and my Achilles tendon will snap like some warm mozzarella cheese.
So hold on.
Just warm, not cooked, just that kind that's been in a kid's hand.
Everybody hold on.
All right, we're bringing it back.
Just hold on. This shit is getting out of control.
He's trying to unpack this.
It's game 1. We're 25 minutes in. We're talking about pros versus Joes.
It's only game 1? Yeah. Shit.
First team of the first game.
Yeah.
And we're talking about what we do on a football field and pros versus Joes. And it's been a lot of fun. I don't know that it's helpful for the fantasy community.
Keep it moving, though, if you want. But I think people want to hear more about my ability to contain some of the top athletes on earth.
All right. Rico Dowdle is apparently taking over the backfield, but it doesn't matter. I wouldn't start anybody in that backfield for Dallas.
I'm going to need someone to help me bracket some of these guys.
Yep, I got you. Jesus. There. Oh, no. There it is.
So you're playing safe. I'm going to need you over the top.
Yeah. All right.
God, you're going to work a deal.
You're still plugging CD in and Jake Ferguson and Dak.
You have no choice.
Yeah. Yep.
You're invested. That offense, I'm not saying the team's going to get better like for their playoff hopes, whatever. But as far as fantasy goes, they're going to get that on track.
Yep. So nothing to report on in Dallas, but keep an eye on that backfield because Rico might emerge as the guy you can actually play.
Here comes Dalvin Cook, that son of a bee stick.
For the New York Football Giants. Malik Neighbors is maybe the best player on the planet. I don't know. He's real good.
You got to have a good QB feeding you the ball.
Apparently you don't.
Daniel Jones and Doug.
Apparently you can just be Malik.
We're the best of freaking friends. You didn't know that?
I've been on the all Dan the way Jones. On one today.
I've been on the Dan Jones absolute jalopy wagon since day one, and here it is. It's starting to bear fruit. Told you, give him a weapon.
Full point PPR, Malik Neighbors, 28.7 in week 2, 28.2 in week 3.
Pretty good. Number 1 wide receiver right now.
Yes. Pretty good. He has seen in the last 2 weeks 30 targets.
Yes.
Start naming.
Which means they have nobody else to throw the ball to.
But Wandale's catching some. Wandale's been fine too.
He's catching some, but he's about 10 fantasy points a game.
Sounds like these guys are just catching it from a jugs machine. There's obviously no quarterback back there just feeding these dudes pills.
So
Dan Jones.
You're a proponent of Daniel Jones, old Danny Dimes.
Here we go. Name some quarterbacks, and I'll tell you if I take them or Dan Jones if you want to play that game.
Andy Dalton.
Dan Jones, get out of here. Way to start off on the left foot, bro.
Joe Burrow.
Come on, you son of a gun. You almost set me up. I'm ready to just fire off Dan Jones to be spiteful, but that was a good one.
Anthony Richardson. Ooh. Or Daniel Jones?
Check it out. If it's just a redraft, I'm going Danny Dimes. I think Richardson needs to be put back on the shelf and marinate and learn the speed of the game. He's got the athleticism.
Learn football a little bit.
There's a lot of picks.
Brock Purdy.
Oh, Brock Purdy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eric Grant, you agreeing with any of this?
Brock Purdy, yes.
What about Trevor Lawrence or Dan Jones?
Oh, Dan Jones. Dude, Trevor Lawrence is a mess.
Yeah. Just an absolute mess.
So, you see, not much, but just a tiny bit of a respect on that name.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
I'll respect him a little bit.
Little Dan Jones. Give him a little.
Aaron Rodgers.
What's up?
Give me Aaron.
Someone my age.
Give me A-Rod.
Somebody I can relate to.
If that dude can juke out some dudes, I got this.
Somebody a little salt and pepper in the beard just like me.
We are multiple years older than Aaron Rodgers.
But freshman, senior kind of difference. I
think he was in high school at the same time as us, right?
I don't know how much tread you got on the tires, pal, but I'm over here ready to get in the game.
We were like grown men seniors. He was just a skinny little dork freshman.
I'd have whooped his.
Yep.
No, he probably would have.
Nah, he would have got you.
Yeah, he got me. Still probably can. Damn it.
Who's the Giants running back? Devin Singletary?
Oh, I can't take him. No way.
He's fast. He's been pretty good.
Yes. Yes, he has.
This whole Giants team, I feel like, is not that bad that we've been given. They're not that good either.
I'm clipping it.
They're just a little bit better than we thought.
Devin Singletary last week at 19.8 fantasy points. In week 2, 15.5.
I mean, your flex play.
That's a guy that's
Plug
going
and
into your
flex play,
lineup.
yeah.
He's put up points. I don't think he's been crazy efficient with all the touches, but he's getting the touches. That's all that matters for fantasy.
5.9 yards per carry in week 2, 4.1 last week. That's not super efficient. You're right, but Dallas
Crayons
is
and
giving
I
up.
aren't big numbers guys when you throw them at them like
That's
that.
good.
We're
No,
gut guys.
that helps.
We're gut guys.
Well, does your gut feel anything about the Dallas Cowboys giving up the most fantasy points to opposing running backs after 3
Yeah,
weeks?
that's bubble gut right there.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
How about this? And we don't play. I'm just going to say it one time. The Dallas kicker has put up like more fantasy points supposedly. I read an article. I saw it of. He'd be like the number 6 wide receiver, or like the number 7 running back. It was ridiculous. We don't play with kickers, so
the
I don't
only
know
thing in the
until I saw it.
contract for this show was that we do not talk about kickers. There was one line in the contract.
It literally said
you were
I
going
was
to get paid
fined.
$0.
It literally said I was
and
going
we
to
are
get
not
fined if I did
talking
that.
about kickers.
I'm glad you said it that you were going to say it one time. You don't ever say that again.
Not ever. That's
said,
enough.
I said my piece.
You did.
I said it once.
You did.
I said I'm going to say it one time. I just thought it was funny that there's somebody kicker that is so far ahead of position players, and some of these listeners,
are we
the
still
4
doing
listeners,
it? Are we still doing it? Are we still doing it?
the 4 listeners might actually play in leagues that had that. So that's all I was saying.
Okay.
Now we can move on.
Get off your soapbox that also has a kicker's tee right next to it. So
For your punishment, now we're going to talk about
your punishment.
Rams Bears.
Yes.
Rams at Bears. Dude, the Bears,
Sit all your bears.
Yep.
2.5 point favorite
Wow.
at home.
Dub Bears.
So you just can make up shit for like numbers. It's Vegas, just like it's 2. They're 2-point favorites.
The Rams just beat the mighty 49ers.
Yes.
Now they go on the road.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Oh, I see. It's okay. I see.
I watched the game and
They're not good. I know, dude. I know. I can't.
None of
I
them
can't
are good
defend
right now.
anything.
Nothing
Yeah.
gets me hotter than Eric on Eric action. Get it. Let's go.
Yanni.
Get it.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's go. Talk football, but naughty to each other.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you don't know shit about first down
I don't
offensive
even
play
know.
schemes, dude.
I don't even know how to do this. Dude. Am I supposed to be the straight guy, like for this comedy?
No.
Dude? Like, am I the one that's supposed to keep us?
You unfortunately
You're
looks
right.
like you might. I'm not gonna do
Oh
anything.
God.
I'm not gonna. I don't care if we get to any games. I don't give a shit. I'm here to just chucklehead. That's it.
All right. Is there anybody on the Rams you want to start? Kyron Williams.
I mean, I want to start them if they're gonna do something.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
no,
Is
yeah.
that fair enough?
Hindsight 50-50.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, which one? Kyron Williams. How are you?
Of course.
You're starting them. You loved them when they had receivers. How can you not love them now?
Yeah.
The lower receiver, the best receiver possibly to start.
Toot toot.
Tutu at will.
Yep.
Chugga chugga. Toot toot.
What'd you call him a
Poo
couple
poo
weeks ago?
Shatwell.
Shatwell.
And then I went and picked him up.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Is that where Lil Jordan is? I just picked him up. Is
No,
Lil
I
Jordan in
can't-
LA?
I can't- no.
Where's he at?
Lil Jordan's in Denver.
Ah, I got
Yep.
him. He's on my team.
You got him. You
Yep.
you didn't even care. You're just like, who's the hottest projected
Like
guy?
who got more than 7 points last week? I'm spending half my fab on him.
Yeah. God, I love just blowing my fab on some a-hole, dude.
God, I hate fantasy
I
football.
guarantee you by November, he's gone off your roster.
All right.
Little cut.
The Bears.
Get him out of here.
Dude, Cole Kmet.
Cole Kmet.
Yeah, dude, come on. Sorry.
Okay, Cole Kmet had a real good week. Let me just pull
After
out.
2 bad weeks.
Yeah.
So now you guys
But his
recency
snaps
bias.
has gone up.
He's still playing for the Bears, and they have no clue how to run a team. This coach is godforsaken awful.
The number one tight end.
He's
So
like,
far, yes.
Yeah. Number one
nothing-
tight end in fantasy is Dallas Goddard.
The offense. The offense. Defense is good.
because of one play, and that's when 3 Saints defenders ran into each other.
Then Brock Bowers, and then Cole Kmet, who is tight end 3 in fantasy.
You can do worse.
I've always been a huge proponent of anytime somebody's like, let's just get rid of tight ends. I'm always like, no, let's not.
It's a sneaky little thing.
Let's have tight ends. This year, I'm in one league where tight ends you can flex them, but you don't have to have them. And I'm like, this is way better.
Yeah, because nobody's flexing tight ends.
Nobody.
Dude,
even,
some people are.
There's a couple.
Not on purpose.
No, well,
Yeah.
yeah. But like
How's that flexing Travis Kelce going for you?
bad. It's going bad for people who do it.
Yeah, see what I mean? And how's that Mark Andrews flexing
It's
going?
even worse, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly. I don't know. Both real bad.
What happened? Did he get hurt?
They're tight ends and they don't catch balls anymore.
Talking about
I know
Mark Andrews
No,
played
I know what happened to
20%
Travis.
of this, or played 20 snaps.
Travis Kelce went on the Eras tour and did 45 commercials.
Yeah.
He's out of shape.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. He'll get into shape second half of the year. Mark Andrews got in a car wreck and they said he was fine. Is he?
Doesn't look like it.
Because 0 points and 0 targets is unacceptable.
But Isaiah Likely hasn't done anything either
Not since week one.
Those damn tight ends.
Still
Get him
tight
outta
end
here.
5 on the season.
Get Cole Kmet, touch him if you have to. I mean, whatever. Don't
Well,
get excited about it.
Dude, in Kansas City, like Kelsey's getting frustrated that he's not getting the ball enough, but Rashee Rice is the number 1 target in Kansas City by a lot. Mahomes
Yes.
loves throwing him the football, and it's working out.
I don't think
So-
anyone understands that right now is a great time to just get paid for having Rice because he's going to spend about 8 games not playing football next year, and that's a lot. And it might be more.
Rashee Rice?
Yeah.
Is he in trouble?
Yeah, remember? He drove a car like 700 miles an hour and wrecked into people
That's
and then,
right.
and then left
and then left.
because he's probably been drinking.
So that's just not going
that's
to go
right.
away. Mm-hmm. Remember how long it took old potato, and it's not because no one says potato. Kamara beat the brakes off a dude in a casino, and it
Yeah.
took him a season and a half to catch it. So
And what did he,
he even
miss?
played in the Pro Bowl that he
He missed like 4 games.
Was it 4 games?
It
Yeah.
wa- it wa-
It
I don't
was
even
like
think it was that.
4 or 6
Yeah,
or
it was
something
pretty
like
good
that.
for-
I didn't even think it was that.
pretty
mean,
good for housing someone on camera.
yeah,
it
dude,
was
that's-
like nothing for beating a dude
Yeah.
on camera.
Well, he didn't do something truly reprehensible like kneel for the anthem.
True.
So he only had to miss a few games. Or like Deshaun Watson, you know. Okay.
Deshaun Watson,
Just-
wow,
just
he
really brought it down,
definitely
yeah.
had a few cases.
Yeah, a few cases.
And
And
it's a
his-
revolving door. It's amazing.
but he was, I think, punished accordingly with what the richest contract in football when he got back. So
Who?
It's a lot of
Deshaun
massages.
Watson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of
Guaranteed.
sensual massages.
Yeah,
baby.
guaranteed.
All the way guaranteed. But it also came from the dumbass Browns.
yeah, the stupidest
So,
idiot
He's like,
Browns.
go lower. She's like,
No,
how's
stop,
that,
don't.
baby?
Let's not. Let's not.
Some Austin Powers.
I know.
Faja. The Faja.
I know, dude.
Okay.
Nothing could be my Faja from the truth,
Yeah,
dude.
it
I
wasn't-
know.
It wasn't. When
Hey.
a problem comes along,
I'll say this.
you must zip it.
Roshan Johnson looks better
then Swift.
than DeAndre
That
Swift.
doesn't matter to the Bears. They're
Yes.
idiots.
Yeah,
of course
they're
he
dumb.
looks better.
Yeah. Yeah, they're real dumb.
Of course. So does Jaden Daniels, who they could have had.
I mean, for that game, you start somebody if you have to. Kyron Williams is the only guy we really like out of that whole game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like.
Yeah.
That's it.
Vikings, Packers. We talked about the Vikings. They are some sort of juggernaut
It's wild.
for
dog.
some reason. What, they're 3-0?
Yeah.
Go on the road to take on the Packers. I think Jordan Love's coming back this week.
Yeah.
Potentially. The Packers are 2.5-point favorite at home.
If he's back and looking good, baby, they're going to be good. They
Yeah.
look good with Malik.
Yeah. Yeah.
Malik has surprised me. I didn't see it coming at all of how well he has played.
It's funny when you take someone out of Tennessee.
Yeah. What can
And you
happen?
put him with a good coach, knows what he's doing in 2 weeks.
In a
he went out there.
system
He
that
doesn't-
works.
He doesn't know anything in a good system. He's gone out there and he's played well. He's thrown the ball. I'm like, oh, he's thrown touchdowns. He's running. He looks good.
Do we know anything about Jordan Addison?
He's another guy who did some trouble in the offseason and
Yep.
hasn't recovered mentally.
And I don't think that he has practiced yet. They don't
Okay. All right. He's listed as questionable. He was limited in practice today.
know. Okay.
In
so-
redraft, he's hanging onto the edge of your bench.
Mm-hmm.
In Dynasty, go package him and get him off your hands.
Yep. But Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold.
Are you starting Sam Darnold?
I'm trading him if that's a thing.
If that's a thing.
If you can somehow say, hey, do you want to make a trade for Sam Darnold? Like,
Somebody needed a quarterback. They might be like, yeah, he's the number
yeah,
two
that's
quarterback
it.
right
That's
now.
it. That's yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at the top 10 on Fantasy Pros, and it's Murray, Allen, Lamar, Hurts, Jaden, Stroud, Burrow, Mahomes, Dak, Justin Fields. That's the top 10.
It is.
So would you start Sam Darnold over any of those guys?
Sure. I mean,
Which one?
Fields.
Okay. So just
I don't have Fields on my. I know he's 10, but I don't have respect for him in my lineup.
Well, then after that, it's Jared Goff, Anthony Richardson, and then Sam Darnold, and then Brock Purdy.
There's guys in there that are going to get better and move more towards the top.
Yep.
Sam Darnold, it's the offense. That offense threw the ball more than anybody else did before.
He's got a nice target.
Very smart head coach.
Poof.
Good target.
Yeah.
And that's all you need. He goes out there. He knows how to run the system.
The secret to a good NFL career is to get your ass off the Jets when you come in the league.
Yeah, that's one of the best things you can do.
I can't wait for Zach Wilson to land somewhere and just go.
That would be amazing, dude.
Just to
I'd
prove
like to
a
see him
point.
go to like Miami.
Just go somewhere and just show them.
Aaron Jones belongs in your lineup, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And either RB2 or a flex spot, but you should have him in there.
Yeah.
For the Packers, if Jordan Love's back,
You're still sketchy on all the receivers except for Jaden Reed.
Yeah.
You just are.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
Christian Watson, my bad, will probably go for like 30 or 3.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
never know.
And it's closer to 3, I'd imagine.
And in that backfield, what's going on? I know Marshawn Lloyd's IR. Is Josh Jacobs still hurt?
I don't think he's hurt. I think he's
Okay.
just, man.
He just had a bad week last week, and then the backup came in there and was like, "This is how you do it." I'll show you how to.
One of those weird weeks.
Pretty
Oh
easy.
yeah, no, there's no Q or anything by his name. He just
I
5.8
thought you said there's no
fantasy
cure
points.
by his name. I'm like,
No
oh,
cure.
dude.
Oh,
What's he
sad.
got?
Yeah,
No, just no Q by his name, but no cure.
yeah, no.
Wow.
No, yeah, oof, yeah, no Q.
Just my ears here.
The surprising 3-0 Steelers. Is that right? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Are they 3-0?
Get
Yes.
Russ in there so the Bengals can come back.
1.5 point favorites on the road at the Colts. Justin Fields getting it done somehow. I remember saying Justin Fields will be the starter by week 6. I did not realize in reality it would be that Justin Fields will still be the starter in week
He will
6.
continue his
It's just his job.
just his jib. Tomlin won't say as much, won't commit full.
Of course not.
Literally will not like.
Yeah.
He even said, "Well, it's the same as it was last week," and I'm not going to talk
Yeah,
about
he
this
doesn't want to have Russ check out.
But Jalen Warren's injured, right?
or something.
Probably going to miss this week.
Yes.
So
Dude, you want no part of Harris or Warren until further notice. You hope one of them gets hurt. That's what you're hoping.
Well, that's what he's saying. Warren's hurt.
Warren's hurt.
Like, I mean,
yeah.
No,
like-
because
like
they're
dragging his
football,
leg.
dude.
Like,
no, because
"Ah!"
there's still a competent third backup there.
If he puts on shoulder pads, you are pissed.
Cordero Patterson.
Oh, he's the
That's-
bell cow.
it's
We're talking
so
about
true,
who you
dude.
want for handcuff.
He's
aren't we?
their best running back, and he's a return man receiver from 12 years ago.
Yes.
so
All right.
old.
Jalen Warren, did not practice today. So this might be the time if you are in trouble. Like, I would love to have Najee Harris on my team
I
right
wish
now
you
because
were.
my team is really bad.
I wish you were in one of my leagues where I,
I am.
have him.
I'm in 2 of your
no,
leagues.
where I
Oh,
have
okay.
him. Where I have him.
Yeah,
Because I don't
okay.
have him, I can't give him to you.
Fair enough.
I have him in both those leagues.
You ready to part? I want to see a trade go down. I want to watch you guys negotiate this deal. I got a lot of
for the Colts.
quirks.
Old Johnny Taylor, Is there anybody else?
No.
Nothing, right?
No.
I'm ashamed of Anthony Richardson, to be honest.
Should be.
I'm on an 0-3 team, and he's my quarterback. Can you believe it?
I mean, not. Yeah,
Well,
I believe
yeah.
that.
Don't worry, I also
Yeah.
have Justin Herbert. So
Ooh.
Yeah.
there's that.
Oh, football.
And injured Jordan Love on that one.
Yeah, and injured Jordan Love. Thanks for bringing that up.
Hey, not a problem. That's what I'm here for.
My best quarterback on that Superflex team, Danny Jones.
That's why he's loving Danny Jones.
No, I don't even start the guy. I'm just such a dumb prick. He sits on the bench.
Broncos at the Jets. Guess what? Somebody guessed the line on
Oh
this
my
game.
God. +3 Broncos. It's not. I'm just being
Eric
No,
Kranz.
I'd say plus 10 Jets.
Woof.
Jeez,
right. I
Vegas.
think right in the middle. 7.5.
Who?
Wait. Plus 10 Jets.
Yeah.
As in the Jets or
Dogs?
Dogs?
He means minus.
he means minus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jets are 7.5 point favorites.
Yeah. I was being
At home.
an ass. Mm-hmm. I was just flicking your necks.
Is there to me? Okay, I'm looking at this. Outside of Lil Jordan, the only like fringe player that I'm looking at that might sneak in like as a flex. I mean, because you start obviously Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall are in.
outside of Lil Jordan?
You like that? I snuck that in there.
Weasel.
Braylon Allen.
I mean, if you're a Breece Hall owner, you're shaking in your boots because he looks good while Breece Hall looks good. So that means you can't let him sit. And if Breece Hall gets nicked up, that's going to be tough to climb back in and get that full workload.
I'm not saying get him in and put him in like your flex spot, but certainly make sure he's not on the waiver wire. If he's on the waiver wire, he should be on your team.
Yeah. If you're a Hall owner and you don't have him by now, shame on you.
For sure, if you're a Hall owner, even if you're not, and he's out there,
shame on the
pick
Hall
him
owners.
Up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ask the CMC owners with no Mason how their day's going.
And anybody from the Broncos even worth mentioning? Stupid Broncos.
Schwinn. Shout out to Schwinn and his rat crap team.
Your team sucks, too. All of our teams suck.
Broncos country ride.
Everybody sucks. All right. Speaking of, here we are. Bengals are 3.5-point favorites on the road at the mighty Panthers that we've talked about. So Andy Dalton revenge game at home, dude.
That's all I can think about.
He's going to absolutely shred the Bengals. I'm starting Andy Dalton.
He's going to destroy that defense.
I thought he was going to just lay us down, but I fear he's going to leave it in.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
It's staying.
Oh, it's all the way in.
Yeah.
God damn it, O'Doyle rules.
I'm gonna have to don't let me forget to check the not for kids option when I upload this podcast.
For sure, dude. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Andy Dalton Fantasy Pros has him at number 23. I'm saying more like number 3.
Yeah.
He's going off this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also going to be because the Bengals can't stop him.
No, he's just going to be.
No, it's because it's revenge.
Oh. Yeah, sweet
like, we
revenge.
didn't do shit to you this like 8 years ago, bro. Get over it.
How dare you?
God.
They'd be like, well, now that I'm with a really good and better team, the Carolina Panthers.
There's a better
like,
cat.
Like, we have a better record this year.
More dominant cat, better uniforms, just a bigger feline. Just meow.
For the Bengals. I mean, there's the obvious.
Watch
Who's
it
everyone?
Oh, Chase and Higgins and freaking Burrow.
Okay.
Don't start any of those assholes.
You start Chase.
No, you start Chase. I do. I'm in a league where
I'm Higgins.
Yeah, and I'm in a league where I have both of them, and you guessed it, 0-3.
Yeah.
And
anybody in the backfield?
Zach Moss.
Zach
has been the
I
clear
wouldn't start
guy.
him. I know, but you can't start him with confidence. You're not gonna be happy.
Let's take a quick look.
Especially when Chase Brown busts out the biggest run of the day. You're going to be like, damn it, was that Zach Moss? No.
Zach Moss got you 20.7 fantasy points last week.
Yeah, it was a good week.
Yeah,
but
it was a good
I don't
week.
trust it. I'm a Bengals fan. I watch it. It felt like a really skimpy 20 sack.
Well, it was 58 yards rushing on 12 carries with a touchdown. So
like 5 catches.
5 catches for 39.
Yeah.
So that's...
He's involved. He's looked good. Chase is a more explosive one of the two, but the steady one is Zach Moss.
Yep. No, I agree. And Dan's kids heard us talking about the Bengals.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Happens. So for the Panthers, obviously we're joking about Sam Darnold being...
Sam Darnold.
Sorry, dude. Andy Dalton being the number 3 overall. But I'm not scared to put Deontay Johnson in the way that looked.
No.
He's a talented guy. We saw it in Pittsburgh.
Yes. Good PPR. It just normally doesn't get a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah.
Not a red zone guy, but if you're looking at 8 catches for 65 yards, a good 14, 15 points, that's what he gets you.
And Chuba
looked good.
Sure.
Miles Sanders, horrible.
Yeah. Well, he's
Miles
old.
Sanders, not even that old. He just got a big contract last year to go to Carolina because he had one decent season in Philly.
Is he really not old?
No.
He's 27.
That is prime running back age.
That is so much younger than us. I just called somebody
old.
who's like
he's old.
17 years younger than me. So old.
So old, man. I mean...
Oh, God, life is stupid. But I like Chuba and I like Deontay. I would happily start either of those guys. Jacksonville, Houston. Jacksonville's a mess.
Yes.
So who then?
Jacksonville?
Yeah, ETN.
That'd be like it.
How has he even been? I don't have him in any leagues. I don't think I've played him somehow.
I don't think I have. I'm not sure how he was last week.
How have I never come across Travis Etienne? Okay, so this is why. This is why we haven't heard anything on Etienne. Week 1, 12.9. Week 2, 14.8. Week 3, 12.5. Not bad enough to talk about. Not good enough to talk about.
Exactly. A perfect in between.
Oh, he's on my 0-3 team.
Yeah.
That's right where the fuck he's at. What a piece of crap.
What a piece of crap.
God, I hate you, Travis. Trevor, Travis, Terry, all you Jags.
You came sprinting back over here like
I heard my ears perked up. I'm like, ooh, you ain't heard from Travis yet?
Oh, yeah.
We haven't talked about him? Oh.
That's why, dude. It's because he's
literally out of old man breath running over him like, hang on, fellas.
He's been triple digits all 3 weeks, but it's been lower triple digits and nothing spectacular. And that's a reflection of Jacksonville just being bad.
Brian Thomas has been the same way. The rookie wide receiver has been about like 10, 12,
it's
14,
not his
12,
fault.
10.
It's not his fault.
It's not.
He's
really
a
not.
good ass receiver.
Yep.
It's that damn Trevor Lawrence and that pesky dog of his.
It's Urban Meyer's fault.
looking ass.
The Houston Texans.
I just keep trotting out the trio of receivers.
Why wouldn't you?
When Mixon gets back, I try him out. Cam Akers is less than inspiring. CJ Stroud, better days are ahead.
Yeah.
I would not put out. Well, Tank didn't practice today, but I would not put him in until you see it again this week. Diggs has taken over those targets that Tank was getting last year.
I mean, when you're a Diggs, you just know what it do.
You know?
Feller?
That's how it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tank Dell questionable. He's day to day.
I mean,
But he hasn't done. 3 games.
True, he hasn't.
done anything.
but
Why would you wait?
I'm going to trot him out as soon as he's healthy, I guess, then fine. But he's going to pop. He's in that offense.
But he's an explosive player.
Yeah.
He is, but Diggs is taking a lot of those targets. So until you start to see that open up more and Tank, it's sort of like you want to see it at least once instead of put him in your lineup and hoping.
I just want to see Diggs keep going.
Those are 0-3 teams that are like, oh, let me put in the guy who's getting 4 points because he's gonna pop once. Like, no.
Let me
Not
throw
until he
out
does.
some Tank Dell numbers real quick. Week 1, 7 targets. Week 2, 4 targets. Week 3, 6 targets. He's not being forgotten about. It's just not translating to fantasy production. He got 11.2 fantasy points last week. That's his highest scoring output of the season. This week, obviously, we just talked about they have Jacksonville, who has given up, let's see, they are 26th, their ranking against opposing receivers. So
What?
really, really bad against opposing receivers. This could be a week, if you have to, flex spot, wouldn't be that mad at it.
I'll bring up somebody who we haven't talked about yet, but we will talk about in this.
Okay.
It's like Mike Evans. Mike Evans, you're putting in your lineup, but you're putting him in no matter what because you know what he can do, and he has a proven track record of years of doing it. Tank Dell had 1, and then they brought in Stephon Diggs, and we just haven't seen it yet. So you might, if you have other options, you might want to be able to put him in. If you don't, obviously you're putting him in your lineup, But if you have other guys, and you're instead of hoping and waiting,
I'm
His
with you.
name's Tank.
Yeah, his name's Tank.
true,
That's
because
the
your
one-
team's tanking right now. If you got him in your lineup,
That's the X factor. So
Who you got Deontay Johnson over him or what?
right now,
yeah,
yes.
I would.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would.
Bandwagon ass.
You wouldn't start Deontay Johnson over Tank Dell.
I wouldn't start Deontay Johnson anywhere.
All right.
I want him and Andy Dalton straight to hell.
That's them grapes, bro. Okay, you brought up
Cotton
Mike
candy,
Evans, so
grapes
here
and
we go.
fire.
Eagles at Bucks. Eagles are a 2-point favorite on the road at Tampa Bay.
Yikes.
Devonta Smith, pretty nasty concussion. Is what do we know about AJ Brown? Is he?
Didn't practice.
Seems like
today.
they're gonna. Their bye weeks next week. Seems like they're gonna probably.
So they're just going to come out this week with 0 receivers. It's just going to be Jalen Hurts running the football or handing it off.
It's going to be the
Saquon.
Dallas Goddard show
and Saquon Barkley.
Okay.
and the Barkley. Gnarls Barks.
Yeah, all 3 of those guys. I mean, obviously, you haven't. I can tell you from personal experience, temper your expectations from Jalen Hurts. He's not winning you games by himself this year.
Nope.
I'm 0-3.
Yeah,
0-3.
makes sense.
Yep. For Tampa, we talked so much about Baker last week and how great he was, and get him in there, and he's a gunslinger, and he's a real good quarterback. And
Love Baker.
then what did he do last week?
I didn't love him last week.
He was bad
Still
last
love
week.
Baker.
Well, if you
He's got
trust
the moxie. He's got the moxie.
He does have the moxie.
Baker's a lot like a fart, boys. Can't trust them.
Yeah. Trust them until you don't.
And
anymore.
last week, you found out real quick that the business end of your underwear was a little less, dry.
The business end. Which end is the business end?
It's got to be the backside, right? That's got to be the business end of the underwear,
It's
right?
gotta be.
It's got to
be.
Agreed. That's the end we're most concerned about.
Chris Godwin's awesome. Mike Evans, you have to start because he has the chance to be good at some point. He was good week
Godwin
one.
without
Week
God.
one.
He was good week one.
Week one.
That backfield, though.
Gotta give big ups to Godwin.
Dude, Bucky's better than
Bucky.
Rashad White.
By far. Rashad White, if you looked at the numbers last year, every year that he's played, he's not good at running the football.
Look up Bucky's 40 real quick.
But he's 4.55.
Real fast. No, it's real slow. That's right. Yeah.
It was 4.55.
Yeah.
That's horseshit for a running back.
Yeah.
These dudes are like 4.25 now. They don't get much. You know what I mean? 4.55 is like, that's a good linebacker.
I just called a guy 17 years younger than me old, and a guy who runs a 4.5 slow.
Yeah, you got the right to,
So
buddy. This is a fantasy football
You
show.
got
run
the
it.
right to.
We'd
Do
run
you have a microphone?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can say whatever the hell you want.
right.
Pressing the buttons.
Freedom.
Probably run a 20 in like 6.5.
Oh, dude.
So somehow the little event they do, the little underwear gymnastics Olympics they do for those guys,
Business end.
doesn't work.
Okay.
Look at where Braylon Edwards or Braylon
Allen. Yeah.
Sorry, that's old school.
Yeah.
Allen's a 4th round pick. He's like, I didn't do good at the combine apparently, so I went in the 4th round. I'm like, yeah. People should have watched your actual football film.
Cooper
Lucky
Kupp,
Jets.
4.63 or 740. So they're like, oh, he's not
That
as good.
was a miscalculation.
There's guys who are good in
He probably had
shorts.
a pulled hammy when he was there. That was probably the problem.
Definitely
Dude.
pulled soft tissue injury. But then there's
the
guys
Raiders were like, Jamarcus Russell threw the ball off his knees 80 yards. That's going to translate to the NFL.
That happens a lot in the NFL.
Yes. Watch the tape.
Yeah.
See what guys actually do when they play. And the combine, it's good to get some measurements and stuff. But besides that,
I mean, they
You know,
can just
you
send
put a-
dick pics, right? They don't have to measure that in person.
All right, so stay away from the Tampa Bay backfield, I think, is the moral of the story.
or
Yes,
Bucky Everett.
that's exactly what we were
Yeah, I
saying.
mean, but don't start him right now, right?
No, just
You
touch
don't
him.
start him.
No,
Just
but,
touch
but
him.
make sure he's not on the waiver wire.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah,
Yep,
that's-
touch him. Touch a buck.
Yeah, get
We've
the
been
higher
saying
ground in
that
a
for a
flood.
few
We
weeks.
know.
Yep.
Get them.
Saints at Falcons. Falcons 2.5-point favorites at home. Nobody knows what to do with either of these teams. We thought the Saints are maybe the best team in football going into week 3.
Shaheed freaking
they're
Shaheed
not.
the bed. dude.
Shaheed, that's a perfect Shaheed. Is I finally am like, okay, I'm going to start
Now
him.
I can trust
I
you.
need to start him. He's had 2 weeks where, because he's usually boom or bust, and then he literally just completely busts as soon as I put him in my lineup.
Oh,
He had
I
5
put his
targets,
fat,
right?
Yeah, I put his fat 0 in there. It felt
Yeah.
good.
I felt.
I'm like, oh, a 0. Good thing I sat Mark Andrews.
5 targets, no catches, but still he's going to be fine. Chris Olave finally had a good week.
Yes.
That was a just be patient situation.
Yep. But still, you're not.
Shaheed's still solid, but you don't trust him as a guaranteed lineup lock. Like, he
You don't
doesn't
think?
have to be.
Oh,
He's in
dude.
your flex consideration week to week. He's not a lineup lock.
No. You're not like, I'm starting him no matter what. I have to put him in there. No, not
All
at
right.
all.
Well, now we have to do something. I was trying to
He
go.
could be part
I
of
was
the
trying to
text
go
you
quick.
send to your friends, and they'll just respond with JSN like a couple of jackoffs.
JOs.
He's caught 4 passes. I think it was 3 and 4 the first 2 weeks. Long touchdowns. Besides that, it wasn't much. So if you take that one play out, he did make the play, obviously. But if you take it out, it was a shitty week. I mean,
I
he's
only
not
like
so
that
involved
argument
in
when it wins me the argument.
Rashid
Rather than I hate
Shaheed,
it.
Rashid Shaheed
Big
Tank
point.
Dell.
But it's true. I mean, that just means that he's not involved.
That's a
all the
damn
other
good
spots.
question.
Right.
What? Who?
Rashid Shaheed or Tank Dell.
That's a damn good question. I'm gonna go
for this
Tank
week.
Dell.
For this week,
This
since Tank Dell
what we're talking about.
probably dinged up, I'd probably go Rashid
Rashid Shaheed or George Pickens.
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 Flex spot, Rashid Shaheed or Rashad White.
I don't like Rashad. I think Rashad's going to get way less.
I'd consider
I-
getting into your gun
Less
safe.
than 0?
I-
oh, God damn it.
Consider.
I would play.
They didn't say definitely bite down or anything. Just look in there. See how many rounds you got. Maybe stuff one of them bad boys in the business center. That thing.
No, stop it. Stop it. Business into your underwear?
of the thing. The gun safe.
Blow your ass off.
Don't worry, the business end of
You're
your
gonna
underwear is
set
going
my
to be
ass
plenty
on fire?
full after this scenario.
This
Don't
is
worry.
too much, dude. We've gone too far.
Okay, so yeah, I would definitely consider it.
Far. Good God, man.
Everyone who's got
right.
those two guys is like, I think I'm going to go with Dan's third choice.
I don't know.
Fantasy's terrible.
Okay, Falcons.
Caca.
I mean, Bijan and Drake
it feels
London.
like you have to start him, but David Montgomery and J.K. Dobbins are literally better statistically.
Yeah, I bet.
And they're both like, oh.
You still have to start him. You're not benching Bijan.
No, but you just like, when the hell are you going to not be Kyle Pitts of running backs on the same damn team, too?
Kyle
Weird.
Pitts is top 10 fancy tight end.
Yeah.
So
Superstar.
Cool.
In the making. Really glad I drafted him.
We just got
Couple
done talking about how we should outlaw tight
I
ends.
hate
and he's
tight ends,
top
dude.
10
They're done.
tight end.
Patriots at Niners.
That's why you have to keep tight ends.
How many yards do you think I got, like, on Kyle Pitts since he can't do anything?
You would be probably tight end 9 in fantasy.
I'd
real
step
life.
in front of the route
Yeah.
and just pick it and go to the house.
Yeah, you.
Blow my hamstring on the way to the
That'd be
house.
so funny, dude.
Just live.
I'd love to see you out there trying to gazelle run in the end. Oh my God.
Yeah,
All
just
right.
any normal human out there with supreme athlete sounds cool.
For some reason, odds makers have not been watching football. They've got the Niners as a 10-point favorite at home against the Patriots.
It's because the potential for the Niners to be as good as they can and the potential for the Patriots to be as bad as they can, that can line up.
Yeah, it could.
I mean,
we'll see.
Patriots got a victory this year, don't
They did, yeah, over my beloved
Niners have
Bengals.
won.
Oh, yeah.
But that doesn't prove much. They've lost to everyone they've ever seen in the first 3 weeks of the past 5 years.
This has been a mean show, guys. We are in real life. We are like three
I'm not
BFFs.
hoping you like hit your pinky table on your coffee table, but I'm hoping you do.
Yeah.
I don't have a coffee table, so I appreciate that, Dan.
Oh, cool. Well, something to your
Ramondre
pinky toe.
Stevenson.
Maybe I'll stub it on yours on the way out.
Yeah. You're gonna
Ramondre Stevenson
stub
did
it, all
nothing
right.
last week.
Duh.
Did nothing last week.
He's on a nothing squad.
Yeah,
tried
I
to
know,
beat
but
that drum for you
he's
guys.
good before that, and
Who-
then you
who-
said he was bad, and then he was bad.
Who are you talking about?
Ramondre.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Start him.
Yeah, I'd still start him.
Yeah, you
I
still
bet
have
you
to start
would.
him.
I would.
Probably 0-3 on that squad,
On
too.
my 1 and 2 team, I'd start him.
Oh, look at you all.
Which guy do you think there's a chance this week that the guy in the backfield to start is Antonio Gibson?
He was last week.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
I
I mean, it
he's
could
going to catch
happen,
balls.
If Ramondre's just out, yeah.
Well, but Antonio Gibson catches balls.
Sure.
That's not Ramondre's
From
job.
Jacoby Brissett.
This could be more of a check down
Ramondre
quick before Bosa kills me game.
Ramondre catches a lot of passes also.
I just,
Not last week.
I feel
No,
like,
but he has historically.
yeah, you're
I'd
right.
feel like I'd need to wash my crotch if my crotch was the Patriots. Like, it's pretty
You
stinky.
still should.
You should, but like
Always.
like quickly.
Yeah, regardless.
Like get in here and smell this.
Regardless of which team your crotch reminds you of.
Stinks.
Wash it.
Yeah,
Wash
no.
it good.
But you know what I
Don't
mean?
wash
Like,
it too
no
long.
matter what I do, I can't get the stank off my Patriot.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
That's where they're. I mean, if you're starting, if you're starting Hunter Henry,
Is that what you call it now, dude?
the Patriot, like the Patriot, since I'm a Buckeye fan, yeah, I can't get the old Patriot and the two. You know,
I'm going to ask Kayla about it
I
when
got
she gets
those.
home.
Like, does
oh,
he just
she's
talk-
not getting
Look, how's the
That's between
Patriot?
lovers. Jesus.
I would bet she'll just
My
shake
bad.
her
I
head.
crossed the line.
Yeah,
that was me.
Yeah,
That was
take
me.
it down a notch.
That was
Iron
me
Man.
that crossed the line. My bad.
I am Iron Man.
The Niners. Okay. All right.
10-point favorites.
Definitely Juwan Jennings.
Get him in there, Mike.
Yeah.
He's due for a 7-point letdown.
There's nothing we even really need to focus on.
No, that's a bad game.
Yeah, okay. Commanders and Cardinals. That's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it's
Cardinals
gonna be a
are
high flyer.
Yeah, 3.5-point favorites at home. Jaden Daniels is awesome.
I think it'll be a shootout. I think you're looking at Kyler Murray airing it out, and I think you're looking at Jaden Daniels. airing it out.
Yeah.
Are you putting Scary Terry back in your lineup after you benched him and he finally had a good one?
I am.
You should,
I'm
dude.
so last week.
Because I know everybody had to have benched him after the first 2 weeks.
I just needed some validation. Like, there she blows.
Yes.
All right.
20 fantasy points for you last
and
week.
it wasn't like huge, but he touched balls.
He had 4
and he
catches.
put one in the end zone.
And he had
Teed
a
bees.
And when it's on your team that you love, like the Bengals, like it means I'm like, oh, he went to Ohio State and he scored on my team. Nah, that's like 40.
Now he's involved. Now
Yeah.
he's just going to get peppered with catches.
4
No.
for 100 and a touchdown, 6 targets. But
Terry
one
or
of those,
Deontay?
That's tough, dude. You're not gonna like my answer.
I don't care. I hate them both right now.
It's Deontay.
I bet it is.
He's gonna get more
Because
targets.
he's got the better quarterback. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Lights out.
He's going to get more targets, dude. McLaurin had, dude, that one pass was a bomb that he caught. You take that away?
Yeah, ever since Joe Burrow started doing Subaru commercials, we have not been good.
Oh, dude, ever since he's been touring with 98 degrees.
Dude,
What
ever
is
since he took over as the host of the Ellen DeGeneres show, we have not been good.
He was good this week, though. The defense was.
Yeah, you're right. He put up fantasy points.
The defense was Pop Warner at best.
Austin Eckler has been double digits, but then he got concussed, so he's probably not going to play. Brian Robinson has been really good.
I
So,
wouldn't mind getting my hands on him in a league if you can get your hands on
I
him.
wish I
Yes.
hadn't traded him away his rookie year.
yeah,
bet.
that
In 2
team,
leagues,
that
but I
team
did.
looks pretty good, and he looks
What
good.
was there? Was it Antonio Gibson? Is that why you got a
Yes.
little like scared and got rid of him or something?
He was a 3rd-round pick. I thought it was good, but then I thought
And then he
that I
got
could
shot.
Yes, and then he got
With a
shot.
gun.
That usually makes me want dudes more.
Yeah,
Like, yo, 50 Cent.
Yeah,
You know,
dude.
the streets is hot for Brian after that.
trying to get some Ricky Pierce all on my team.
Saying
Shot
that, that
guys.
went a little less better.
Yeah.
Brian showed up like 4 days later and played. Pearsall went to IR.
But
Yeah.
he's already practicing
But-
and lifting.
yeah,
He'll
dude.
be right back there.
He was in the weight
Just
room
saying
like
it
2 days
didn't
after
go-
he got
it
shot.
It didn't go as well.
He's a Niner. He's tough.
That's cool.
Yes.
The Cardinals. Is there anybody on the fringe? Anybody borderline that we need to talk about?
No.
You're putting in Marvin Harrison Jr. You're putting in Connor.
And
Connor and
yeah.
Kyler.
Yeah.
And if McBride is not concussed, you're putting him in.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, that's key
if you're
component. Not concussed.
A piece
in.
of crap team like mine, you're considering Dortch.
Oh, the Dortch Torch, dude.
Yep.
Good for
the
you.
Flying Dorchman.
Good for you, buddy.
I beat you with that team. Ragged ass.
Yeah. I'll trade you Mike Evans for Dortch right now.
Nuh-uh. For real?
No.
He just said it on record,
Yeah,
bro.
I was
so you
just
know.
kidding.
Dishonest.
We have said a
We
lot
shook-
of things.
Look, run the camera back. He stuck his hand out. We shook right
On
behind the
record.
screen right here.
That
There we
we-
go. Shook on it.
I believe we had this many, many years ago, and until you hit accept, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
no,
that's true.
I don't want to name names. It's not on this panel here.
Name them.
No, it's not cool to do that. This dudes I know who love to tell you on the phone that this thing's a done deal, and then you get on the site and there's like 60 added things.
Is
You're
it
like,
Ryan?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! He's probably not
Ryan
excluded.
McCorder.
He's probably not excluded from it.
Love you,
Probably-
buddy.
could Probably throw Austin in there too.
Oh,
You
yeah.
might get a couple. Yeah, man. I totally agree to one pick for this dude, and you see the trade, and you're like 9 dudes and 3 picks. Come on.
That's different.
And the player I wanted isn't even involved. It isn't even in there.
How did this
Where
happen?
did this go? I didn't
So
even,
yeah, Mike Evans, go ahead and run that, dude.
I'll think about it. I'll take a look.
Run it.
Where are we at? Chiefs, Chargers. Chiefs are 7.5-point favorites on the road in L.A.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yes.
Makes good sense.
I can't stop thinking about Mike Evans.
The
Yeah,
chart.
you're not getting them for the Dortch
Yeah.
Torch,
but
dude.
it felt good for like you don't know what that
He
1
is
second
going to be
felt
off
like.
my team,
All right,
along
well,
with a lot of other people.
see me off the air when you're
Yeah.
not being a hot shot.
How many picks do you got?
Oh, it's all I have.
Okay, whoa,
I got the Dorchman in like pegs.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense for my.
I was gonna say you're gonna want to buy an
doesn't- no,
old
it
receiver
doesn't-
on
it
your
doesn't
team
make
that you
sense.
just
Dude, I'll
For
give
the
you.
Dorchman,
Well, yes.
I'll give you Evans and Eckler for some of your picks.
dude, I can't. That's the reverse of what I'm trying to
I
be.
know.
I'm an
I got
idiot.
picks.
Okay, no, it's. We'll get a little bit closer to the playoffs, and then I'm gonna. I'm gonna
so you
be.
give them to Dan, but you won't give them to me. All right.
I'm not giving them to anybody until we get close to the playoffs, and
I'm
then I'm
not
shipping
doing
them off.
anything but the Dorchman for the Evans.
Do you start? Do we bench Kelsey?
I
I
did.
bet you can't.
I did.
Who's your backup? And I'll tell you if you can.
Jake Ferguson.
Yeah, I guess Richard Ferguson.
There it is,
It's a pretty
dude.
good name. It's a pretty funny name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a funny name. Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers.
Oh, absolutely. Double B?
Kyle Pitts.
Hell no. I hate him.
Pat Freiermuth.
Yeah,
No.
no. I'd still want to see an upside game. An upside game from Kelsey's coming, and I don't think Freiermuth's upside game's 11 points.
Cole Kmet.
Yeah. I'd start Cole this week over Kelsey.
I hate Cole. No.
Until,
I just leave my tight end spot open.
until I see Kelsey more involved. He's sitting on the bench if you have somebody else.
Other than
Obviously,
Cole Kmet.
Tyler Conklin.
this week,
He had a monster
no,
game.
I just don't think I could.
All right. Okay. But for the Chiefs, I mean, I don't want to start Carson Steele. I will if I have to.
Yeah, no, I don't want to
Rasheed
start
Rice
him.
is,
Rasheed Rice is the main one that you're comfortable
I
starting.
want him.
yeah.
Oh, I want that.
Yeah, you do. For the Chargers, I mean, icky. It's just kind of icky, right?
I don't know if Herbert's even going to play.
Herbert's probably not going to play.
So you're going to have
What happened to Justin?
Taylor Heineke,
He was supposed to be the next big thing, dude. Like
He's big.
the big
He's
ankle
a
right now,
thing.
swollen.
Big swollen ankle.
man.
He's making progress. This is 3 hours ago. Harbaugh noted Wednesday that the MRI hurt. You never want MRI.
You hate that. sound.
Herbert underwent Monday, revealed that the quarterback is progressing. Okay.
Yeah, if a guy can't just roll his shoulder to test it, you're in trouble
Yeah.
when they start bringing MRIs in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he had a
Or if you
lower
hear
high ankle sprain already,
Yeah.
and then he went out there and tried to play, and then he re-aggravated it.
When you hear a guy's going to a specialist, you're like, oh boy. If you hear he's going to a specialist in another damn country, oh boy.
A couple weeks after he's already been placed on IR, like it's not getting better.
Oh boy.
What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing?
I don't know. I'm just glad he's not my running back
Well-
right now, having to go through that.
J.K. Dobbins came crashing down to earth last week.
You still ride that horse. 'cause-
Do you?
Yeah, you have to. He's healthy and Harbaugh's there. I mean, what's changed? Especially if Taylor Heineke's
Well, I'll
in the
tell
game.
you what. Last week at Pittsburgh, 15 carries, 44 yards. That's an average of 2.9.
Yeah, I
Did not
I
find the
can't
end
do a lot
zone.
of the math. Like if you tell me yards converted to feet, but other than that, I can.
8.4 fantasy points this week.
Their starting right tackle and starting left tackle are both injured.
This
Okay.
week he's got Kansas
Volume.
City, 5th best in the league against opposing
He
running
had,
backs.
he had a little bit of a bad game against a damn good defense, and he could bounce back. I know Kansas City's a respectable defense, but he could bounce back. It's a division rival. They might focus on the run.
Who would you rather play, J.K. Dobbins
This is
or
what we're doing now. Go ahead.
Najee Harris?
Ooh.
Yeah.
JK, I don't fear Gus as much as I do. Ian.
As it would, Fantasy Pros has them in flex rankings, number 46 and 47.
Jesus.
Back to back, dude. And then Devin Singletary right behind them. I'd start him over either of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Better
Yeah.
offense right now. Mm-hmm. Bills
God,
are
I
real
hate
good.
name value when they just don't put up stats, but you're like, buddy, Najee Harris.
Yeah. Chuba Hubbard
God,
or
you-
J.K. Dobbins this week.
JK.
No.
Yeah, you
Chuba.
do. Chuba. No.
Chuba.
No one would look Chuba in the eye the first 2 weeks. Now he has one good game under
But
the
Dan,
Andy Dalton experiment.
You know how fantasy works. He was good last week, and
So you
J.K.
start
wasn't.
him, I know.
So you start him.
I'm trying to throw a little bit of logic into this. so it's not
No,
working
dude.
out.
This is fantasy.
I'll go back to the very bad things stuff I was doing
All right,
earlier.
that's better. Yeah.
There's sometimes there's no logic in this. You have your superstars that you always put in, and then besides that, there's not just for
No.
like just play your studs because there's only so many studs. And then
Singletary's going to eat some freaking DIC.
the
this
franchise
week.
just-
We've about got this whipped, guys.
Let's go.
Browns at Raiders. No.
Nobody. Brock.
I mean,
Just
yeah,
nobody?
guys, but nobody,
future of
nobody on
tight
the
end.
fringe, right?
No, the future of tight end is in this game. Brock Bowers.
Yeah, he's
He's
in.
the new guy in Dynasty.
Yeah, he's in, but who's on? Like, obviously Bowers is in. Obviously,
Dude, Devon,
Adams
you
is-
have
yeah,
to play
Adams is
Adams,
in.
but you're less than inspired by him. He does not want to be there.
Are you playing Jacoby Myers?
no,
No. He had a good week last week.
What about my boy Trey Tucker?
no.
He had 6 targets, 20 points.
Put him in then. Slide him in.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
He's-
sneak him in there.
He's an athletic dude.
Yeah.
If you're throwing darts, you
not.
could do worse than throwing a Hey,
Alexander
someone
Madison.
out there's throwing a dart right now in
Yeah.
a dart league.
I don't want to play any of the running backs.
No, me neither.
I want
I'm gonna,
Zamir
though.
White to
Yeah,
go to hell.
I have to. so I don't want to.
I started his dumb ass, and he cost me.
Sunday night game is Buffalo at the Ravens. Oh, that'll be a good one. Buffalo looks, I don't know, really good.
They always do, though. They always look so good in the beginning.
I think they are pretty good.
You're starting them till they're...
I mean, you're still putting them in there. Josh Allen looks good.
Starting them till that Buffalo Bill starts reeking.
Mm-hmm.
Cook looks
You're wash your Buffalo.
amazing out there.
Yeah, he's really good.
How many shares do you own in that of the James Cook?
1.
Okay, but it's a proud one. I can hear it in your voice.
And I didn't even draft him, so
you're nobody.
I didn't even.
You're just the GM that inherited him.
I got to say it because I didn't believe in him from the beginning of whenever he got drafted. So it's real. He's made me a believer.
I have 2 really shares in James Cook, and I'm real happy that I do. He's awesome.
Should be. I got 1 share in Shakir, and he is looking good.
Yeah, no, Shakir should be in. At the very least, a flex. He should be in your lineup. For Baltimore, Lamar, great. Mark Andrews is on the bench for some of the guys we named earlier.
Foreseeable future.
Yeah.
God, if you can trade him for some trade spice somehow.
Sprinkle him in.
Because in Dynasty, he still holds value.
Yeah.
He's going to go some other team, obviously, since they like Likely. It seems more than likely that Likely will inherit the job.
I like how you did all that.
Thank you very much.
Next thing it's you got King Henry, Lamar, Zay Flowers.
Yeah,
and that would be.
That's it.
And Bateman. Get yourself some Bateman.
He caught a touchdown, didn't he?
He did.
Last
hell
week.
yeah.
He did. Bateman's looked a lot better.
Second of the year, pussies.
Okay, all right. 2 Monday night games this week. The dreadful, awful Titans.
I love when they do that. One's going to be guaranteed to be a Thursday night game.
Only a 1-point dog on the road.
For what one? What are we talking about?
The Titans are only a 1-point dog on the road.
The Titans love
at Miami.
Ooh, a Tua-less and Skyler-less who's in now. Xander.
Don't even Xander. They picked him up.
I knew it. He's like, I played a little bit of quarterback in high school.
They picked him up. So I know DeAndre Hopkins caught a touchdown last week. I'm still not happy about having to start him, but I do because my team's bad.
He's just always limping, I feel like.
Yeah, he's hurt a lot.
Always limping.
He's got a bad knee.
But Tony Pollard has been. Last week was not good, but the 2 weeks before were decent. So he still seems to be the guy there.
He's closer to a blind babysitter for me. You just can't trust him.
So Miami, this is what I'm curious about. What your guys, what you would do if you are a Tyreek Hill manager?
Hold still, it'll be all right.
If you're
a Jalen Waddle owner, you might want to consider the gun safe method that I was talking about earlier.
You keep going back to it.
Or the ledge of a building's accessible. I'm serious. Waddle's
this is dark.
Real controversial. Dude,
yes.
I'm 0-3 in one of my favorite leagues.
You gotta not get us canceled before we get discovered, Dan.
It's dark.
Yeah, it's dark.
Hello, fantasy football. Anyone listening to this right now, there's 2 kinds of people. Riding Cloud 9 and thinking about the end.
Moving
Not the season either. Of everything.
Moving forward.
Of it all.
For the season, for the rest of the year, redraft. You have Tyreek Hill. Would you rather have him or DJ Moore?
Thank God you didn't bring Deontay Johnson to the side of him.
That's who's next.
We would have been mixing it up.
For the rest of the
season.
I still like Tyreek.
Tyreek Hill.
Oof, okay.
Because DJ Moore hates his quarterback.
Yeah.
He goes to the sideline and just goes...
Tyreek or Terry McLaurin rest of the year?
Tyreek.
Okay. Tyreek or Deontay Johnson?
Tyreek.
My mic's not working. What's going on here?
Tyreek or Drake London?
Oh, Tyreek. I hate Drake London. I hate the Falcons. They just don't do it for me, man.
The Hotlanta Falcons.
That's who I used to be. It's an old.
So you think Tyreek outscores Drake London rest of the year? I like
Drake London for the rest of the year.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, I'm kind of. To me, I think that's where my line is.
Because we don't know where 2 is. What's going on there?
He's got 2-3 weeks left.
Tyreek or Mike Evans?
Mike Evans.
Tyreek.
I just like Mike Evans' quarterback situation. I think he starts getting those touchdowns.
I think they're gonna. I still think they're gonna find a way to get Tyreek.
I'd take the Dortchman over Evans though. If you still
Tyreek or Brandon Ayuk.
I don't know why I want to lean towards Ayuk on that one.
I'm just gonna go Tyreek.
I'm going to go IU because of the quarterback, and things got to turn around.
Same.
But I still hold Tyreek in a very high regard. He's just right below that, like, top 10.
It's not like you have to throw the ball deep to him. You can just throw him a quick
what I'm
out
saying.
and he can
Just
break
quick
off
little-
a 70-yard
Quick
cut.
little slants and bubs.
You have to get him the ball.
Yeah, it's got to be
He's-
designed short. Yeah.
He is better than any of those players with the ball.
Dude,
in
I'm
his hands.
sorry if they get any quarterback who can just all he needs is a twitch at the line and a fake, and if that quarterback can just throw it deep, he's gonna get under it. That's all, so
I'm probably going to bench Jalen Waddle though for
yeah,
now.
like I said,
Right, and then if he scores a touchdown at any point, I'm going to try to trade him.
we're living on the edge. Is that about jumping off?
They signed from the Ravens. He was the practice squad.
Tyler Batty. No, that's the Denver.
Yes, running back. What was his name? Then he went to Cleveland. He was a backup then he was on the practice squad. He was an all-pro, and he played like 2 games a couple of years ago. Why can I not think of it?
Huntley?
No.
Who, quarterback?
close.
Tyler Huntley?
Yeah,
He went to the Pro Bowl.
quarterback.
Is that who it is?
Tyler Huntley.
Tyler
Yeah.
Huntley. Yeah, he went to the Pro Bowl.
Told me no.
I didn't think his name was Tyler.
It's 100%.
Well, you don't know his
It's
name,
not-
so how do you
it's
think?
Xander Huntley.
He's like, I don't know his name, but it's not that one.
It's certainly not
It's
the one that
the
you
damn
said.
one
Certainly
you
not
gave
the
me.
correct name you said.
I didn't think that's what it was.
He's like Naga, not gonna work here anymore.
Yeah.
So,
But
it's Tyler Huntley.
But anyway, they signed him, so he has a chance to
He's a
be
Pro
better.
Bowler.
Be better than what Skyler
athletically
was.
speaking, yes, he does.
All right, Seattle at Detroit. We got to wrap it up. Seattle at Detroit. Anything?
I mean, Detroit's got the usual.
They got the
guns.
guys.
You start both their running backs,
Yep.
and I don't know what's up with Laporta.
Nobody
Looks like
does
a
yet.
lot of people went and grabbed Brandon Wright like he's going to do something.
Right.
That was a dumb pickup.
Half
Way to
my
waste
fab.
a roster spot.
Half my fab.
Dumb.
They've been a running team. Golf hasn't had great numbers
He
so
will.
far this season.
He's gonna have some good games.
He'll
Yeah.
get there. That offense is amazing.
Yep, he'll have some good
with
games.
that, but he just hasn't had huge numbers.
It hasn't started. Amon-Ra can't get that going, and neither can Williams at the same game. But if when they do, it's going to be like that 400 crisper. You're going to love it.
Yes, it's coming. It's definitely
All
coming
right.
there.
That's what she said.
Okay.
And then who are they playing?
They're playing Seattle. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're starting
DK.
JSN.
And JSN and DK and
Tyler's a flex option.
and whoever's starting at running back, start him.
Yes.
If Kenneth Walker's back, go ahead and get him in.
Yep.
If not,
Pour yourself a glass of Charbonnet.
Oui. All right, guys, that was fun.
Bonjour.
Good luck in week 4. I hate fantasy football.
See, I'm telling you, there's always a third option when you get debating in your lineup.
Bateman in your lineup?
No, debating in your lineup. Yeah, or if you're baiting with your
I thought it
lineup.
said Bateman in your
I
lineup.
used to bait into my lineup.
Fantasy football for real. See you guys next week.
Protect your Patriot.